What's up, guys? Mad Rambles, episode 35. As always, I'll go over it so I can remind myself and people who watch key things I've been trying to improve on. Each week, try to pick two things to improve on, something new, and obviously keep going with the things that I've picked the previous weeks. So they are coming up with an idea, enthusiasm, video professionalism, going into detail when talking about topics, a video plan, being more seated and less off-putting by movements, adding a title in the video so you can see what the video is about, and posting immediately after filming the video rather than waiting, because in my life I'm trying to show a lot more urgency. Not just talk about doing stuff, but fucking doing it. Alright, so today's idea for episode 35 is deserving success. And with that, we are going to talk about the imposter syndrome, why we may feel it. Have you struggled enough to feel fulfilled? Should you struggle to feel deserving of something? And how to ensure that you have struggled enough. Alright, so imposter syndrome. I think this is a thing that a lot of people throughout, not just now, but history have felt. You know, you'd get people who came back off from World War II or World War One, and they felt depressed almost the fact that they were alive, and all their mates and buddies that they went out with got killed in whatever fashion, and they felt like they deserved to be here rather than them, and they almost didn't deserve to be here. And then in the modern world, that translates to someone being successful, wanting to be successful for a long time, and then finally being successful and almost feeling like they still don't deserve it. They still don't feel like they've earned it. And that's the distinction I want to make, is people don't necessarily feel like, from my experience, from what I've seen and what I've understood in myself, it isn't the fact that you don't feel like you deserve it. It's more of the fact that you feel like you haven't earned it. And you haven't earned it because I think you haven't killed yourself to the way in which killed yourself enough to what you think you would have needed to do to achieve a result, right? It's like saying, to be a millionaire, you think you need to do all this amount of stuff, but you do this amount of stuff and you achieve it, right? It's almost like success came too quickly, and the pre idea of what it takes to achieve to be a millionaire is this, but you've done it in this. So you feel like you almost haven't earned it, because in your mind, to be a millionaire, you need to do this, right? And anybody who doesn't do this won't be a millionaire. So it's almost like your expectations don't catch up with reality, right? And they aren't on the sort of same playing field. Your expectations are way further than what reality actually is. So I think people need to kind of stop, and I need to do this myself. Like, this is something I've recently realized, is almost stop thinking about the what you want to achieve, right? In a macro. Think about the effort you want to put in, right? So say, to be a millionaire, you think you need this. Well, stop aiming to be a millionaire. Aim to do this, right? Because once you've achieved this, you won't have. I generally feel you won't have imposter syndrome, because you have felt worthy of the achievement that comes with what doing this is. And you might think, to do X, this, it will get you to be a millionaire, when in reality you do it and it will get you to make 15, 20 million, right? So it achieved more than you possibly think. But the point is that you've done the work that you think is necessary, right? You haven't achieved the desired result through work that isn't necessary. And I generally think people, obviously it might be different in terms of war and that shit I have no clue about and no perspective of, because I haven't fucking been in war, believe it or not. And I can only say from what I've experienced in my life, but to be successful, you need to have struggled a degree in which you find worthy to achieve a success. You see a lot of these people, like TikTokers and fucking crypto people and NFT guys, who just made fucking millions off the bat selling a picture of a monkey smoking a cigar. And in reality, they haven't struggled. So the whole of their life, subconsciously, I truly think that they're gonna, not feel deserving of that success. Even if it isn't shown, even if it isn't publicized, still subconsciously they're gonna have some inkling in their brain that they aren't deserving of this success, which is gonna eat away at them and not be able to truly enjoy it, right? It's almost like when you cheat in an exam, you haven't really earned it. Like, have you really earned it? Obviously, I can only speak for myself, but like, if I was to do something like that, or do whatever it was, cheating this, cheating that, cheating whatever fashion, I constantly feel like I don't deserve it. I haven't earned it. Where if I constantly put in the effort and push myself further and further and further every day, and I get the result, I feel like I've earned it. Why? Because I've done what I perceive is needed to achieve it. Right? So my perceptions match my achievement. And I think, like I said, we need to sort of take away and split apart what we want to achieve and the work we need to achieve it, right? Sort of think, all right, cool. To be a millionaire, I need to do this, right? So now forget about the millionaire part and just focus on this. In life, I need to do this, right? So then when you've done that, no matter what the success is, it might even be tenfold of what you wanted to achieve. You'll have constantly felt like you've achieved it and you're worthy of it because you've done the things that you deem worthy in life, right? And that's something that I've been practicing, something I've realized, and something that I'm generally trying to implement in my life is getting to a stage where I feel worthy of things, right? Do I feel worthy of making 5 figures a month? Do I feel worthy of making 6 figures a month? Well, I've worked like 2 hours a day, so not really. All right, cool. I've worked 12 hours a day. Yeah, I fucking feel worthy, right? So getting yourself to a space where you feel worthy, and as a byproduct of feeling worthy, you'll feel proud and you'll gain respect in yourself. Because when you cheat, you have no respect in yourself because there is nothing to respect. You wouldn't respect someone else who cheats, so why would you respect cheating in yourself? And I've talked about this before. For someone else to respect you, you need to respect yourself. And for you to respect yourself, you need to do things that warrant respect. So you have to struggle enough to feel fulfilled. You have to, whatever that might be in your mind, and whatever I would say it is in your mind, push it even further. So for me, on a base example, for me every day, I sit down and write down the necessary things I want to do every day, right? So for some things I might meditate, breath work, whatever. But I'll write down the sort of necessary deep work I need to achieve that day. And then I'll add more things. Why? Because I think it's impossible to achieve, right? But you know what? I'm going to fucking go out and achieve it. And then at the end of that day, I think, shit, I achieved something that I feel impossible. I'm now proud of myself, right? So I've struggled enough to feel fulfilled. And just stating that you're going to do something that's easy and then doing it, you won't feel fulfilled by that because you haven't pushed yourself, right? Your mind and subconscious knows that that is accessible, that you can achieve. And then when you go out and do it, it's like, well, yeah, fucking obviously you did it. Any fucker could do it. So why would you gain respect from that? You need to push yourself and do things you don't believe is almost attainable to a degree and go out and achieve it nevertheless. That way your body will respect yourself, right? Because if you saw someone who achieved something that you deemed unattainable, you'd respect them. Likewise with yourself. So personally, I generally think you should struggle. What I've learned, like I'm not fucking master at anything, but I try to consistently test myself, consistently try to get better day in and day out, and try learn new things from people that I deem are way more successful than me in this current present moment. And from listening to them, I generally think you need to struggle to feel deserving. You need to have that element of struggle, that element of I fucking put in everything to achieve this. Damn fucking straight, I deserve this. And the only way to ensure that you have struggled enough is to constantly do things that will gain respect for yourself, right? You respect a millionaire, great. This is what I need to do to be a millionaire. Boom, I go out and do it, right? I do the impossible thing and it's like, and like I just said, we break it down on a day-to-day example. I sort of write out the things that I think is possible to do, then I add the things that are impossible to do, and guess what? I fucking do it. That way I gain respect. So not only have I done what I said I'm going to do, and which is gain respect, I've done things that I've said that are almost impossible to do, which will gain myself even more respect. And that respect and that feeling of deserving is generally what gets you fulfilled in any aspect of your life. any aspect of your life. It is constantly seeking the discomfort, the discomfortable things in life, and going out and achieving them. Like I've said before, choose discomfort, seek discomfort. Been good call, 10 minutes. I've been Keenan. Peace.